Okay, so we're gonna start by making a normal granny square. Slip knot, chain 4, slip stitch in the first chain to form a ring. Now at this point you can even start by making a magic ring, but I can't work with it to save my life, so I'm not gonna do that. Chain 3, count as 1 double crochet the very first, 2 more double crochet in the ring, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the ring, chain 2, 3 double crochets again, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, the last one, the last 3. Chain 2. Now before you slip stitch, if you're using a magic ring, this is the point where you're going to pull the tail and tighten up your stitches, but since I'm using chain and my stitches are already closed, I'm gonna do that afterwards. Slip stitch in the third chain, and I'm gonna tighten my stitch nice and tight, just don't break it, and that's our first round. Slip stitch your way to the chain space, the chain 2 space, chain 3, count as 1 double crochet, make 2 more in the same space, chain 2, 3 more double crochet in the same space, now this here is called a granny corner. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, make another granny corner in all the chain 2 spaces, in the next space 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochets on the same space, and the stain is bothering me. Chain 1 and make granny corners in the next 2 spaces. I'll meet you when I'm done. Don't forget to make your chain 1 spaces. Do the third chain and slip stitch, and chain 1, and I'm going to cut off here because I'm going to change my color. If you know how to make a granny pattern, then don't wait for me, go ahead and make a granny square in any even number of rounds. Get your new color, slip knot, start by corner you like. Slip stitch, chain 3, adjustment double crochet, and let's finish the granny corner as you normally do. I'm pretty sure you have an expert by now. Chain 1, the chain space, we're gonna make 3 double crochets. Chain 1, granny corner, corner and corner, at least for now. I'm sorry if that confuses you, but that's gonna make sense when we get to the Kaleidoscope pattern. Chain 1, then we're gonna make double crochets in this chain 1 space, corner and corner, double crochets in chain 1 space, corner and corner, all the way around. After your last chain, slip stitch in your third chain. Slip stitch your way to the chain 2 space. I'm sorry, this is hard to see in the black color. Chain 3, and just gonna finish the granny corner as we normally do. Chain 1, and this time we have 2 chain spaces. We're gonna make 3 double crochets in each of them with chain space in between. Chain 1, double crochet in the next chain space. Chain 1, granny corner. Chain 1, and you're just gonna repeat this pattern all the way around. 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, granny corner, and repeat. After the last chain 1, slip stitch into the third chain, and I'm going to cut off here because I finished my 4 rounds and that's all I'm making. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Well, this is the place where we're going to start our granny kaleidoscope pattern. By making even number of rounds, you got odd number of spaces, and for this pattern you need odd number of chain spaces. Make sure the right side of the work is facing you. Get the new color that you want to start your pattern with, and let's get started. Slip knot with the new color. We're gonna start by the middle chain space. So from this chain space, go 2 spaces back and into the third one we're going to work. So from the middle space, go 2 spaces back into this third one. We're going to make a slip stitch. Chain 1, and into this chain space we are going to make granny corner. make a granny corner. You already know how to make that. Double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. I forgot to make a chain here. You have to make a chain. Skip 2 stitches into the third one, make a slip stitch. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches again. This chain 1 does count. Skip chain 1, skip the next stitch and into the third stitch, make a slip stitch. Chain 1, turn your work into this space, you make 3 double crochets. Chain 1, granny corner in the chain 2 space. Chain 1, 3 double crochets in the chain space. It's best if you work on your loose tails as you go. It will save you a lot of work later. Chain 1, again skip 2 stitches as the chain counts. Into the third stitch, you make slip stitch. Secure all the loose tails. I'm going to cut them off later. Now, seeing as I don't have many more stitches to work with, the next round is going to be my last round, which will be made a little differently. And not that hard, but just a little differently. So I'm going to cut off here and change my color. Now at this point, if you don't want to change the color, you don't have to. You can't go any further because we're not going to the corner then, and we can't work in the corner. That will ruin the entire pattern. You can directly start by making a chain 3 right here, and then make the next 2 double crochets in the space, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next space, chain 1 and corner, and so on and so forth. So using a new color, I'm going to slip stitch in the chain space, chain 3, 2 double crochets in the same space. Work your tails as you go. I will save you a lot of time, believe me. Now by doing this, we have created this available stitch that we will use when we make the next section here. It will be used to connect the 2 sections together. It may not make much sense now, but it will do when we get to that point. Chain 1, double crochet in the next chain space. I'm just going to repeat the same thing that we did earlier. Basically the same pattern over and over again, just like a normal granny. in this chain space. After this last double crochet, chain 1, leave a little bit of a tail and cut off. Pull it through so that it won't come undone. We'll be using it afterwards. Make sure the right side of the work is facing you. So we start our section from here and work all the way and finish on the left side, which means the next section we're gonna start is on the right side. That way, instead of leaving this tail, we're gonna just directly slip stitch into the third chain and be done with it. You can say there's a little bit of a technique to make your work more efficient. I'm gonna go ahead and make the next section, and when I reach the last round, I'm gonna show you how you can finish off. Okay, so I'm on my last 3 double crochets. Okay, so at this point, instead of leaving this open stitch, we're going to connect it by making a loose chain 1 and then slip stitch into the third chain. Chain 1 and cut off. We can start the next section on the left side again, just like we did this one. When we reach the last round, we simply connect to the third chain and be done with it. Make the next section the same way. When you're done, I'll show you what to do with this loose end and how to connect it. Okay, so here I'm joining my third section. Now first we're going to undo this last chain. Chain 1. Now slip stitch into the third chain. Make a chain 1 and pull out. You can leave a longer tail if you feel uncomfortable with it. We will take care of these loose ends when we will make the border, which I will show you right now. Get the color for your border, any color you like. Start at any corner you like. Make 3 double crochets in every chain 1 space like we usually do. Now here we have to do things a little differently. You can see that the stitches here are moving about quite freely, so we have to fix it. So when we make a double crochet here, instead of making just chain space, we have to take the chain 2 space with us too, kind of working in both of them together. There will be no more corners in corner. Finish the rest of the pattern the same way. Now here we have 6 chain spaces, which means I have to make one more round because we need an odd number of spaces. So I have finished both my rounds and this is going to be it for part 1. We'll continue from here in the next video. I'm sorry to cut the video short, but it was getting over 30 minutes long, so I divided into 2 parts. Hope you guys like this part. See you in the next one.